What are you smoking?
I didn't bring anything. Did John bring? No, I didn't know if he did.
You didn't bring two, did you?
I brought one for you.
No, two of the glasses.
No, I did not.
No, go ahead. No, I was gonna say for Josh, but can you give Josh one? But no, he likes the. You got any more ALRs? Yeah, he likes the ALRs.
All right.
Yeah. Now I'll put this together for you. You want ice? You want ice? So this is one of the Yasagar glasses.
Ooh.
And Mr. Tate likes to drink out of it. And so let me see if I could put this up here. Yes, this is one of the cigar glasses. Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And so his beverage of choice. Oh, he's smoking a Flathead 660 tonight. And so his glass has a cigar in it. Choo, 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 choo. Are you working tonight, ma'am? Oh my. Okay. Okay, great.
Oh, that's the same one, right?
The ALR. Okay.
Damn. I think you're burning back. It hasn't even been out a whole hour yet, has it? Yeah. Wow. Putting the hurt on.
Yeah. Shooby doo wow wow wow.
Yeah. You hooked up?
Is it showing now?
Yep.
Shooby doo wow wow wow. Oh yeah. Coming to you live, the Cosmos with some jazz. For all you cool cats out there, a hard day at work, and you want to sit back and listen to some Miles Davis or some Coltrane, do that thing. Yes.
We're gonna play some Freddie Hubbard.
Some Freddie Hubbard. I thought you was gonna say Freddie Mercury.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Easy go, let your high, let your low.
Oh my damn.
Freddie Hubbard.
So last night, I'm on the porch watching YouTube videos trying to learn how to do stuff, And I was listening to some Michael Franks. You heard of Michael Franks?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Michael Franks.
Michael Franks. This dude's voice is just so smooth, and the music is just so relaxing. It's like you probably can't even finish his album, you'll fall asleep.
Oh wow.
It's
Fall
that
asleep?
good. Yeah, it's that good.
I was about to say, can you put some on? But if they're gonna fall asleep,
Well, I mean, you can.
I mean, it's not that retro.
No. This is Michael
Jazz.
Franks is like he's serious. Like when you listen to one of my favorite songs he has is called Crayon Sun. It is awesome.
Mm.
Yeah. Would you have
Oh yeah.
yeah, play it real quick so you can,
Yeah. Say it again?
It's called Crayon Sun by Michael Franks.
Michael Franks.
Like crayon.
Crayon. Mm-hmm.
The crayon.
And this glass is just so sexy.
Is it sexy?
Yeah.
It has a big mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has a place where I can put my stick.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
And it fits perfect.
We're not editing that. We're keeping
That's
that.
the thing.
I actually wish we were recording that.
Hey, we can say it again.
It won't be as good though.
Probably not.
The shock value.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I tell you, the many levels of Mr. J.T.
Yep, JT, I'm not finding it, man. I found a Michael Franks, but I'm not seeing anything about crayons.
Crayon Sun. It's probably on one of his albums. If you YouTubing it?
Well, I wasn't. I was seeing if I was going through. I use Tidal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you go through YouTube, you should be able to find it.
So ladies, know that if you would like to please your man, we have a Ya cigar glass.
Where
It
he
has
can
a
put
big
his
mouth
where he can put his stick.
where he can put his stick. And it fits perfectly.
And it fits perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah. Drinking is required.
It better be.
I am drinking, I'm sorry, a peach Syrah.
Is that peach?
Peach
Syrah?
Syrah
Peach
and
Syrah.
a Java by Drew Estates.
Okay, I think I got
You
got it?
Michael Franks.
Yep.
I'm going to show you.
We got an advertisement.
Oh, come on with the advertisement.
When you're 100.
Tell him to come this way. Is that Leo?
Now listen to this
That's
song.
my guy. You gotta come give me some love.
Wish others could listen.
How you doing? Oh, you
Makes
smell
no
good.
difference
Oh,
where you go.
where you go?
Every
Josh, you gotta hear it.
journey ends. Each new landscape, now you know, is a stepping stone till you're safe at home. Purple clouds, gray winds that rage, lightning lines, pale white. Choose new colors.
How'd you come across those?
I'll tell you.
Turn the page.
It's like he's got us in a
where
trance.
there is no
I mean,
storm.
Michael Franks is awesome.
I've never heard of
And
him.
you're safe
That's awesome.
at home.
Crayon
Son, I love you.
I love you.
In a blue crayon sky. Little one, I love you. You're the reason that I
Now, when the chorus comes in, it really is.
I
Just
like
wait.
it. I
Just
like
wait.
It. I like it.
I pull on your cigar and blow it out. Oh, I'm gonna say, blow that shit out.
Shade Tate in the house. I'll say the presentation is beautiful.
Isn't it awesome?
Rocky Patel.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
once inside. Just close the door.
Said just close the door, y'all.
Leave the world behind.
Now, what if I go get the Bluetooth speaker? Can you put it on there?
Oh, yeah.
Love is what we're living.
Oh, I thought we didn't have a Bluetooth speaker.
No, he has it. It was on
Love and
Oh,
love.
yeah.
Patricia.
Now, dude, you got to hear the chorus part. You got to hear the chorus part.
Crayon son, I love you. In a crayon sky. In a blue crayon sky. I love you. Little one, I love you.
Bless you.
You're the reason that You're the
We have to share this.
reason that I am here. Crayon son, I love you. Crayon son, I love you. In a crayon sky. In a blue.
It sounds like a little James Taylor-ish.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? A little bit?
Yeah.
Little one, I love you.
How'd you come across this guy?
Well, back when I was in college, a friend of mine, he used to listen to Michael Franks, but I didn't hear him until I was being pledged in the fraternity.
Okay.
And he was one of the guys that was pledging us. And when we would go to his dorm, he would be listening to Michael Franks.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I've never heard of him either.
Right.
And I was like, man, this dude is like, I mean, he has, I don't know if he has anything out like new, but a lot of his stuff that I've listened to is like older.
Right.
It's awesome.
That makes me wish I would have brought a Fatty Daddy,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
By the old pool. And both of us safe at home.
And then that way,
Should I turn this on?
yep.
Let me hit
Here,
the-
all I have to do is take it.
And
I'll
both
take
of
it
them
from here
safe
and
at
I'll connect
home.
this anchor.
Okay.
That
Is
way.
the flamethrower
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
from last week?
Oh no, that's the different one.
It's the brow burner. It's the
Almost
brow
blew my
burner.
face up, didn't it?
Yeah.
We still need to get
It's
it.
the brow
I'm so
burner.
glad you're here. Oh my gosh.
The brow burner.
The brow burner.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
Ba-da.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
AR?
dun. LR. ALR.
AR.
Just stands for
ALR.
age limited rare.
So that would describe me.
Yeah.
Let's see this, John.
Age
Before I unwrap
Limited.
it.
Limited and rare.
rare.
Yeah.
AR.
I would
It is
agree with
fancy.
that.
I want to hang out.
You?
I'm getting ready to smoke it. Yeah. John just gave it to me.
Hey, you know what?
I work for.
You're gonna
cigars.
bounce.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get her to just come over here and have a seat.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you could
Yeah.
bounce to her because you have a camera on that, right?
No, I want her to come over here.
Oh, you wanted to come over there. I was gonna
Yes.
say because you could bounce to her and then you could bring her on from there. If she has a camera,
Yeah.
you could bring her on sitting right over there.
Yeah, well, I think he does.
Does he?
I think he
Yeah.
does.
I don't know how to charge that.
But he said he charged it already.
Okay, good.
And so I was gonna put it in the tree. Play that one again.
Right. Well, I don't know if we could do that.
What's that? You like that song?
Yeah, because if you could feed it,
Do 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 do.
Yeah.
you know how you feed it into here. That other cord can't feed into.
It may be able to. It's got an yeah. It's got an auxiliary line. I don't have an auxiliary.
I don't know what that means.
But at least we can get the music part.
Okay. Let's see.
Or everything
Sound
that's
cord
feeding
select.
into. What if I do the Bluetooth off of here?
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
This will at least play the music. Which
Yeah.
is better than-
And I'll figure that out later. But I'm almost positive if whatever's feeding in here or feeding in. Does this have a Bluetooth on it?
It does.
I
Yeah.
wonder can the Bluetooth from here go to.
It can.
And so you leave the music and everything on there.
Let's
And send the Bluetooth to
try.
here.
Let me. All right, so we've got. Let me disconnect this one.
Don't be blinking over here.
That was a wink.
A week. That was a wink. You know, let me
That
tell you
was a
something.
wink.
For years, I did not know how to blink. I mean, I didn't know how to wink.
Mm-hmm.
So every time
What did you close both your
I
eyes?
closed both my eyes.
It was like what the heck? Yeah,
And
some
so I
girl was
thought
trying
that
to blink at
sexy.
me.
It was like,
Nope, it won't go to this. It would go to this.
uh-huh. So what if because it's feeding through here?
Well, then it's going to mess up this. Though. If you're running the Bluetooth for this,
No, I'm not running the Bluetooth for that.
you're not.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's
I'm running it's plugged in.
plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
We could try it. Let's try
Try
it.
it?
I just don't
Okay.
want to mess up this too.
Leo.
Okay, let's see. Do I go to my settings? And then I go to.
So I'll run this. Would you like to? I'll
Keep your music going on that.
dude, let me pair this first.
Okay.
So I put yes.
Mhm.
So now I'm pairing, and then if you were to check to see, you need a Rodecaster Pro. Is what you'd be looking for. RODE.
So do I go to settings?
Go to Bluetooth.
I don't notice the Bluetooth. And then add Bluetooth device.
Yep. And then it'll should identify the Rodecaster. It should pick up on it.
Went to settings. Okay, now it says.
And it's cooled down, hasn't it?
Oh, it feels fantastic.
Other devices. Bedroom TV.
We don't want that.
No,
You can't unsee something. You
Right.
no. Scarred for life.
can't unsee.
I'm trying not to be scarred today.
Speaking
No-
of a scarred moment.
no
but
scarring.
I'll tell it there.
No scarring.
Let's Let's see. No, it just says
Right.
audio.
You don't see anything about Roadcaster?
No.
What's up, Tate? How you doing, brother?
What's going
See you,
on,
man.
sir?
Yeah, we're trying to plug in a couple, trying to actually play the audio out on the microphones through this. But if not, we'll at least have some music.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have music because
Yeah.
it's not doing it. It's not. Picking
That's
it up.
okay.
All right, so I'll shut this off.
Wait. You shut it off already.
What's going on,
I
man?
just did, but I can put it back up.
Let's put it back up one more
Okay.
time.
Yes.
All right, it's searching right now.
Didn't hit add advice.
Oh, gotcha. How's things going? Yeah,
August 1st.
for the day.
Much better.
Nice. That's like 2 weeks away.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That is. That is
All
awesome.
right.
Oh, heads up.
Yay. Heads up.
Man, you just spilled some money.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get a straw.
We got-
That's money, man.
So August 1st, where's it going to be?
Right down here at Taylor Mink Wellness, Market Street.
Nice, nice.
You know where the old Angelus
Okay.
complex is?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
That's-
paired.
It is paired?
It is.
Okay. All right.
So we
let's
should be
see.
good to go,
All
right?
right.
Is it
So
coming through there?
it should not pair to this. Wait, what were we thinking? We'll run it through there. Got it. It should not pair to this. So
Can you pair to more than one item?
yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think without
Because I mean, I have this already going from here to there with this.
okay.
So we just need this to go to this.
Well, this will not go to this.
Okay.
Yeah, but my phone will. So I'll look for
Okay. So should I come out of this?
yeah, go ahead. I'll unpair.
You feel that breeze?
Summer breeze makes me feel fine.
So
We're
then
not
we'll
in
go.
Kansas anymore. Remember that from Wizard of Oz when the wind started blowing for the tornado? Man, does that plane like really low? Like, am I the only one to think that?
I know, I see. This is what you're talking about. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Leo, how is it going? Love it, Indy. How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Good deal.
Little Indianapolis-based Freddie Hubbard.
Freddie Hubbard.
Freddie.
I did not
Hubbard.
know Freddie Hubbard was from
Rest his soul.
Indianapolis. I did not know that.
I'm so sick and tired of this thing popping back and forth.
What, those little
Pop up.
pop-ups? Yeah, it just keep going back and boop, boop, boop. But it wasn't doing that yesterday, so I don't know what's going
So
on.
what can Amplify do to help?
It wasn't doing that yesterday.
Yes. Harrison should be here any moment. This is actually the other Harrison. He's working with Amplify and Sertel. Harrison.
So can we
Jeff,
announce
Jeff.
that everyone that's here
Yeah, so we,
tonight with us?
Yeah. I'll let you do
Everybody-
that.
Yeah, he was here last week and you weren't here.
Mm-mm.
I thought you guys had already met.
I'm gonna leave that to the producer.
Oh, yeah.
We've been friends for a few years back, and he runs a program, a veterans program called, a couple of different veterans programs, but one is a fitness with boxing program called Punch Veterans Boxing. Right? So he's getting ready to launch August 1st, and just found his date as far as a big event. So, so you're already live? Okay, cool. You have been this whole time? Okay, all right.
The whole entire time.
What's my liability? What did I say?
Yeah, that's a little better. Now.
First week focus mostly on the secretary, but I did it.
And I was trying not to do that.
But I also work for the state of
Patricia, could you please have a seat? Just come. Thank you.
Or like in the resources, like say for instance, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, I'm trying to get a job, but homeless, or I got drug addiction, or I just got out from the military, but I'm at the age of 24, service net, incarcerated. I was going to prison."
Let me introduce you to Mr. Tab.
Yeah, this guy bananas. There's a guy bananas. Oh yeah. Okay.
I was trying to introducing you to Patricia. Patricia is looking to do that type of work as well. That's one of her passions. Is tell him your. There you go. All right.
With the job readiness aspect of it, and veterans, but then also that's great. So my culture is that motivation.
All righty, righty.
No, because you guys just all moved over there. Yeah. Well, no. Okay. No, he was at. He's probably at Shayla now, but he was at the one on 38 or 30th. Lafayette. Yeah. I can't remember his name because I used to work with him. I know I got his business cards, but I don't get rid of his business cards. So yeah, and worked with when I worked with Express Scripts and places like that.
Have you ever tried to go to
I have not. I've worked with Eastern Seals, but I have not been to. But no, I've worked with them. Attended quite a few of their job fairs that they've actually had, and kind of worked with them. Working.
Did you like
It's been a minute because now I do nurse
the producer shot?
So
I always love
Nice.
Cool.
That's the cigar that of choice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Back to work. It may change a little bit. I've been gone for 5 months. Still with the same company, but I've been out of work for 5 months. But so yeah, but no, I just work for Sales over there out of
I'm pretty much good. The others are brown.
Okay.
Right now they're doing all blue, so you ain't gonna go.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
I almost hate to unwrap this. It looks so pretty.
So pretty.
Oh, go ahead, tear it up. I got more. So
That's a pretty
it's okay.
cigar.
Yeah.
Always undress your cigar with caution.
Yeah.
Where Easter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Low.
I will definitely agree with that.
And then we have our new T-shirts
Yes.
that says "Tap that ash."
Who we got coming over there? Is that somebody supposed to be on this panel?
It's Harrison Banner.
That's Harrison.
Harrison.
He's gonna get the cameras out. Make us look.
Is he gonna pull the cameras out?
Yeah, we need to figure out a way to get some shots inside.
Yeah.
Little Harrison has an idea for a slow mo with smoke.
Yeah.
In the dark room.
Yeah.
With light in the background.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a talented young man.
Okay. See, I like talent.
Yeah. No, he just got his bachelor's at Ball State.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the thing about that the industry of working with video.
Mhm.
They're at the cutting edge, so you always have to gravitate towards the youth with that.
Oh yeah, because they know what they're doing.
They know exactly what they're doing. Just when we think we do, a new technology comes out. What?
Hey, Jeremy,
How you doing, man?
Greg said that you need to be on the mic. So, Jeremy, can you please address
Do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we're in Michigan, Iowa, Florida.
I think it's got possibility.
You're not comfortable.
Charles Gwynn's gonna bring it.
Whatever you do.
So, and maybe I didn't hear you. What's the
I know.
the topic turns into a topic.
We don't have a topic. We just have a conversation.
No, we're not talking about. We're talking mental health
See?
across the board, but it's not.
concept? I love it.
It's not scripted.
Our topic is mental health, all the way across the board. Mental health, and so I just felt that Patricia was one of the few that is dealing with. I mean, this 2020 has been a year.
Yeah, it's been a rough ride for all of us.
What's that?
I said 2020 has been a rough ride for all of us.
Say that one
Can
more
you hear
time.
me? I said 2020 has been a rough ride for all of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's what we need to label it as, the rough ride.
You know, when you used to go to the amusement park and they had that little figure, and if you wasn't taller than that figure, you couldn't get on the ride.
Yeah.
Well, I wish at this point I wasn't taller than the figure
Exactly.
because I want to get off.
Exactly.
I don't want to get on the
I
ride.
want to get off 2020.
All right.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna rock this out.
Yes, we are.
Rocket,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Rocket.
It's okay.
All right. It's
It's
brand
okay.
brand new, so it's sanitary.
There you
Rocket.
go. Come on in. Come on
and for
in.
you to be, you
And-
know,
Yes, I need you to chime in as well. Okay.
All right.
now will we be able to pick Jeffrey up without him being on near
We
the
will
mic?
not. No, it's just directional mic
It's
only.
just directional mic
Yeah,
only.
but
Okay.
I can head out and he can jump in and we can make it work.
Okay.
So
All right.
Whatever the missus want to
Yeah.
do.
Well,
she's no longer-
again.
it's no longer the assistant.
Hell
You
no.
finna start some
Hell
See, I didn't
no.
ask you nicely.
Hell no.
I don't know
Not
why the producer
Oh.
want me to cuss.
Oh my Lord, have mercy!
Hell no.
I tell you what, today's a new day.
It
Today's a new
is.
day. It's a new day.
Hey, you look fantastic, Mrs. Tate.
Oh,
Yes.
no, don't even try it.
Hell no.
Oh my good Lord, have mercy!
Yes, because I must say, I asked John not to mention it.
And I said I wasn't,
And I did.
and I didn't.
And
Hey,
I know that you and him been talking.
No,
because
we
you
wasn't.
mentioned it.
I'm
No,
not.
we were not.
I'm not married to y'all.
Look, I didn't tell Josh to say anything about anything. He did that on his own
Thank
free
you,
will.
Patricia.
Hey, I never said I was an intelligent man.
Hey, look, me either.
Well, most definitely, since I actually had to go through a therapy session, and I brought that up. And so Mr. Tate said, you know, I was going to bring that up today.
Yeah,
And I said, you better not.
you
Better not.
Hey,
but I was gonna bring it up to apologize because I said it on air and I wanted to apologize on air. She said, "Don't bring it up." I said, "Fine, I won't."
Yep. And,
But
and the producer
then there
did.
was Josh.
Then there's the producer.
But I didn't know.
Right. That means he didn't know because we didn't talk.
That's true.
So you can't blame me.
We did not talk.
did
So
not
go
talk.
ahead and do what you were going to do.
I'm
Go
not in
ahead
it.
and bring it up.
Hey,
I'm not in it.
Hey, the good thing is we haven't pushed record yet. So
I'm not in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but we're live.
Oh, okay.
we are live.
Are we live on Facebook?
4,
Oh, my goodness.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your man JT for another rendition of the HUMANdor,
HUMANdor.
powered by Yasagara. And I have my beautiful partner. Look at her. She's just so gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
See,
Gorgeous
Shayna.
with the capital
I don't even know why
G.
y'all do all of that.
With the
because you're
capital
still in
G.
the doghouse, so it doesn't make a
Man.
difference.
Wait, look, I was in the doghouse for a whole week. Could you
And you're
imagine?
still
Wait,
there.
hold up. Could you imagine how bad it was sleeping on the leather couch for a whole week?
Yeah, the whole week?
Whole week,
No, you did.
90 degrees, sweating. I think I lost 15 pounds
Well, that's a plus.
easily.
I'll take.
Why
any
did you
pound.
end up there?
Look, because babe, I got a big mouth. I was cursed with this. So yeah, that's exactly why. We had some regurgitation going on.
We did. See, I can't edit that out. It's
Right.
It's just that continuous delay.
It's that continuous butt whooping that I got. You know,
Right. Yeah. If you're gonna get it once, you're gonna get it twice.
You're gonna get it twice. You're gonna get it twice. But you know what? Look, all my listeners out there, don't ever make that mistake ever in your life.
You know what? Sometimes it happens to the best.
And I promised her I wasn't going to bring it up, and I didn't.
Yeah, but I
so,
did.
but Josh did.
Yeah,
So,
but I didn't know.
the producer, JB, in the house.
Yeah.
So can we go ahead and start over?
Yes.
We're on the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're back again.
No, we're not back.
We're
again.
not.
See?
We're just getting started.
Oh, we just get
JT,
started.
come
All
on
right,
now.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yes. We are located at the wonderful Cosmos.
Cosmo Nights.
3338 North
Illinois. I love that.
Do you?
Yeah. Illinois.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day out here, man. It was like hot. It was like Serengeti hot.
See,
It's hot.
But it kind of cooled off a little bit. So, nice little summer breeze. It's fantastic. Beautiful night for everybody to be out here at Cosmo Nights once again at 3338 North Illinois. Get a chance to come down here and sit and listen to the live podcast of the HUMANdor, where we're going to have the opportunity to entertain, have a good conversation, good smoke, good drink.
good smoke.
And let's just start out real quick. And Shayna,
Yes.
tell everybody what you're smoking.
I am smoking by Drew Estate Java.
Java.
And I'm sipping and chasing that Java smoke with peach Ciroc.
Yeah, peach Ciroc. See, everything is like erotic with her.
Yes, peach Ciroc.
It's like-
You've known that for a long time, though,
It's
John.
like everything. All conversation is like erotic. Like, could you imagine it was, getting a job interview and she talks to the interviewer like that?
No, I cannot. Hey, and you're the lucky one. She's
I'm
your
the lucky
wife.
one.
She's your wife.
What is your
Right.
name?
It's got that voice.
Please tell me how long have you been on your position?
On what position?
That position.
Moving on.
Okay, it's
Moving
kids
on.
listening.
Moving on.
All right, and we got JB, our producer, in the world. Yes.
Little JB.
Where podcasters need producers.
And
Out
then
from the
there-
ashes comes Josh Bach. JB.
In the house.
In the
Good
house.
To be here. Good to be here.
What you smoking, man?
I am smoking a. Tell me.
ALR.
Okay. He's smoking an
Rocky-
ALR from Rocky
Rocky
Patel, which stands
Patel.
for Age Limited Rare.
age limited wear
which-
that
very
would
awesome.
Which
describe
this is
Shayna.
my second
Your second one, right? What?
ALR.
Oh, that's your
Not-
second one. Oh,
Not today.
not today.
But I
Okay.
think it was maybe 2 weeks ago when we
All right.
recorded.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was good.
And what are you chasing it with there?
Jack Daniels. Yeah, little
Jack. A little bit of Jack.
Yeah,
Straight up.
A little bit of Jack, straight up.
No ice.
Not anymore. It's hot.
And
And then we have the beautiful Patricia Loving Me, who, Love It, but online has her own traveling service as well as
well, hi, Patricia.
Hello.
a woman of many hands.
That would be me.
That would be her.
Thank you for coming on the show. Let me move the mic a little bit closer to you, so because everybody need to hear what you got to say.
Yes.
And those Nefertiti earrings, you guys, is that who that is?
I don't know. They're just cute.
They are, and I was getting ready to say that too. They are just Afrocentric or Egyptian. What? Yeah, it's fantastic.
They cute, Tate. Leave it.
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, it's
Just
flowing.
leave it.
It's flowing.
Cute. It's cute.
It's the kids say it's lit. It's lit.
Is that what they say?
Well, as Josh is lighting his cigar, one of the things that we have been talking about during the week has been mental health. Like you were describing, and if you can give that description again, John, coming into 2020.
Okay. Well, we were talking about, a lot of the things that are going on for 2020 with the protesting and the COVID-19. And it kind of reminded me, of a roller coaster, what we going through. And you remember back in the day when you would go to an amusement park and they had those little figures and you had to stand next to them to find out if he was tall enough to get on the ride.
Exactly.
Well, this was a time where I wanted to be short because I want to get off 2020. I got to get off of this. This is driving me nuts.
Yeah. Don't let me even qualify to be on this ride.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And if 2021 ends up like this,
No,
I'm
we're not
just
claiming that one. We're not claiming
yeah,
that
we need
one.
to do 2020 over again. So next year, well, when next January 31st or December 30th. See, look,
December 31st.
It's got me
has
so
you totally discombobulated.
it got me
with life.
discombobulated. So December 31st, when it hits midnight, we're gonna say Happy New Year 2020 because this didn't count.
Let's just leave that.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Well, y'all want to leave it?
Where it's at.
Leave it
We'll
where
go
it's at.
into 2021.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
with you.
skipping that. Just skip it. Yeah.
I'm with you with that.
You got to say though, John, there's been some really good things that have happened this year so far though too.
Oh yeah, I would say the HUMANdor podcast came about in the year 2020. Thank you, Mr. Joshua Bach, for giving us the ability to be here.
Most definitely.
But there's some nuggets in there that are happening.
It really is.
Right.
We had the opportunity to talk to a lot of different people with different walks of life. From you could say psychologists to musicians, comedians, community activists, just about anybody that we can think of that we brought together on the podcast, and all due to the love of cigars. Man, that was awesome. And then the educational piece that we had with Mr. George Middleton was fantastic. The financial literacy piece that we did too was on point. I mean, giving people once again this particular platform to let everyone know what they're doing and how they're contributing is fantastic. So, I mean, yeah,
it is we're finding out what we're made of.
No, no, it's puppy dog tails and whatever the snails. I don't know.
Okay, we're snails. All
Snails and puppy dog
Snails
tails.
and puppy dog tails.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
what
it is.
boys are made of. Something like that.
That's what they say.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so I think the topic we were talking about mental health, and
Just
Patricia,
I mean, really, just to sit back and,
Yeah.
and just how you doing?
right?
That's really
Yeah.
how you doing.
And to have that vulnerable space where we can say, hey, I'm not doing too good
I'm
right
not
now.
doing
Like I got to be honest with you.
Mhm.
Things are not going well for me right now.
Right.
And to be able to say that, like, and I know that as a man, that's a little tougher, and from my perspective, and
It really is
Yeah.
because
we have to be stoic. And
we have to be
strong.
stoic. We got to be strong. We got to be, the
Quote,
silent. Exactly. We got to be bulletproof. And I think sometimes it kind of hurts us because we don't have that particular outlet, and we keep that in, and it's bottled in, and it just causes more damage and more brokenness.
Right.
I think men do need the opportunity to speak with others. Whether it's another, male friend or psychiatrist or whatever the case may be, it's definitely something that we have to do it and not be ashamed to do it.
Right.
And I think that's what it is. A lot of men are ashamed or afraid to say, you know what, I've been speaking with a psychiatrist because I got some things going on and I have to get them out.
Yep.
And that mental health issue, is very serious, because if you really think about it, a lot of bad things have happened from our hands from these men that don't have an outlet, for their mental issues.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. But it's a human problem.
It really is.
It is. It
It
is,
really
most
is.
definitely. And one of the things that I'm learning to count my blessings. Sometimes we sit up and we say we blessed, but do you really have the opportunity to just stop and identify each one? And one of them is having Patricia here with me because a sister been going through it, and not only from not being employed, going through all type of things that is not normal for me, and being able to call her like she doesn't understand, in which I'm putting you on the spot right now. My 7:30 a.m. that's therapy for me, my sister. I can call her every morning at 7:30, and I feel some kind of way if I don't get her on the phone. I could talk to her for 2 minutes and I'm good to focus on, keep going, because it's been a lot of dark days, and I know she's experienced a whole hell of a lot of dark days.
Right.
But to know that she would have enough strength for me, so just being able to just tell you I appreciate you for that. We don't get that a lot. Sometimes we get where we talk to people and people are looking for you to be miserable. And when you find someone that you can classify as a safe place, and I think that's what a lot of us is looking for, is a safe place. 2020 has been a beast. It's been a beast, and I've never been unemployed. Never. And I know in my mind it's like, okay, I'm working on Yasagara, I'm working on the HUMANdor, I'm working, but I am still needing to be needed at my job or at a job, as well as I have a 16-year-old and I have a 30-year-old. I have 2 Black boys that every day I have to teach them something different, or we teach them how to ride the tide, because that's exactly what's going on right now. Everything is a tide, and they have to,
Right. Like
be
that
able
roller
to
coaster I talked about.
Yeah. You have to be able to survive. But yeah, and then I get a chance to talk to Josh. Well, I tell you, our producer, well, he a therapist as well as a producer,
See,
a friend.
I get supercharged from you guys, and I hope that it bounces back to you as well.
And
It does.
it really
It
does.
does.
It really does.
It does. You know, just knowing that people cheer for you. You know, we need that.
Yep.
We need, we need some days of cheering that, hey, damn,
Yep.
you did that, And so that is what collectively, I think that what we're trying to display with the HUMANdor.
Right.
Mhm.
Which was Shayna's idea, which is awesome.
Brilliant.
A brilliant idea to be able to have people come together and then just talk, about these particular issues that they might be dealing with, or they might have information on how to rectify someone's situation. And you never know that until you sit them together at this particular type of round table and then just, chop it up. So my hand, I'm clapping for this woman right here, because she saw the value in what the HUMANdor can be and what it can mean for the community.
Yeah. And it's exciting.
You
Just
getting off the couch tonight.
Goddamn.
Check mark.
Goddamn.
Getting off the couch.
Yes.
All right, let's go on to the second session now that you're off the couch here. So seriously though, it is neat to watch people in motion with a dream and a vision,
right.
and just like you want the best for me and the things that I'm working on, likewise. So
yes.
When you team up with individuals and you come together, there's a really awesome synergy that takes place when everyone's rooting for your win.
Yes.
They want you to win.
Right.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's good synergy. That's what this is all about, right?
It is. And Miss Patricia sitting over there not saying a word. I can't believe that, because I know I hear Patricia talk all the time. Fast, loud, and she always has some of the greatest things to say. And now you sitting there like, I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling.
She is chilling.
I'm just chilling.
She is chilling.
No, I guess I do want to kind of, dive in
Yes,
to that
dive
mental
in.
health. Shush, John. That mental health aspect, especially with 2020. I know you guys touched on men and not being able to say, I need to go see a therapist.
Right.
But you got to think about us strong women.
Yes.
That holds those tears in and don't let their kids see them
Right.
cry, or don't know that anything is going on. So this year, I probably could say even a couple of years ago, but specifically this year, my children have seen that.
Right.
They have seen me be emotional, see me deal with stuff, and see me be honest, especially with just so much going on this year. And I'll kind of open up my life and kind of be transparent and share. My son was killed on February 20th of 2020. That was the shooting that took place downtown at the parking garage. The person still has not been charged or caught, but that is something that I have to deal with. That phone call that I received and hearing that lady's voice over and over and over, and we're 5 months later,
Right.
still dealing with that and saying, hello, I need some help. I need to go see a psychiatrist. I need to go talk to someone. I need to deal with this. And we just don't do that. You hear back in the day, that's whatever's done in the household, you keep it in the house. You don't let it out. You don't discuss, you don't talk about that. No, these days with what's going on and the things that's going on in the world, we have to talk.
Yeah, you have to. Like a situation like that, you can't hold that inside, because it's detrimental to your health physically, not, and also mentally as well. I don't know how you did it, because we were there for you when that happened. And once again, my condolences.
Thank you.
But one thing I do hate when people are in that situation, when someone tries to force you to get over it. That to me is like so disrespectful. I would never tell someone, oh, well, you got to just move on, but of course you do, but you take your time. You're not on a time frame when it comes to grieving, for a family member, especially a child. because nobody wants to bury the child, before it's your turn. I mean, I don't know what I would do in that situation. And Patricia, I'm telling you, you got to be one of the strongest individuals that I know, because I would probably lose my mind if that happened.
Well, thank you. Believe me, there's people on the phone who has heard that. Shayna, Jada, oh my gosh, they've heard the screams and the cries and, all of that. And the one thing that Josh said that I love that you said was, I am not doing okay today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would have asked me how my day was, I will tell you how I am doing. Either
Right.
I'm not doing good or I'm just doing. This week has been just doing. Because I just went back to work. 5 months. I'm just getting back to work, and I cried that first morning. I cried. It reminded me of the day after. I cried. I was just doing. I cried. Yeah. It was, and obviously my coworker was like, "Oh, we're glad you're back." And we work virtual, so I'm home. But still, just that support and love. And like John said, I thank God no one in my circle and no one outside of my circle said to me, "Get over it. You got to move on. Get your butt back to work. You need to go back." No, it was all. Take your time.
Yep.
Do what you got to do for you. If you need to scream, cry, shout, holler, whatever it is, lay on the ground and roll, go do it. Because that's what you may have to do. It. Everyone grieves differently. I know
Right.
John is like, I watched you go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think back, I'm like, wow, I did my son's hair. He has dreads. I did his hair. And sat there and laughed and joked and took selfies with him and so forth. And I go back and look at those pictures and I'm like, who did that? Because I couldn't have did that.
Right.
When I go back and look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just being honest of where you are at. And at times we're so quick to say, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm good. Knowing that you was toe up on the inside.
Right.
And it's okay to say I'm not doing good. You don't got to go into detail.
Yeah, and it's one of those too, that part of my personality is to lift people up. And so when I'm not having a good day and I'm not lifting people up, I'm not doing my job. So therefore my purpose isn't
Right.
there. So there's an internal pressure sometimes to be there for others, but there's times that, I need people there for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, so-
And that's one thing that Shayna does, and I love that about her, how transparent that she is about how she feels. Because there's times when I ask her, well, how was your day? And she would say, not good. Instead of just saying, oh, it was great, and knowing it wasn't good, but just saying that just to be saying it. She would not do that.
Or she'd say,
Well, I had to learn how to get there now, honey. I had to learn how to get there.
Well, I'm talking about the present time.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Right at this very moment, you tell me.
And shout
if
out
you're not
to
good.
my therapist, Susan Pittman. Shout out to you, girl.
yeah,
'Cause, she's quick to sit up and tell me, I need you to write that down and read it to yourself. Read it out loud to yourself.
yeah.
I'm so tired of the mirror and reading to myself what I said.
Hey, but it's working.
And most definitely, you have to just say, hey, I'm not good. I'm not happy. I'm not whatever, but at the same time, be able to say, thank you for making me happy today.
True. Yes. Yes.
Right. I think we all have those days when you're not doing your best. But I think what it is trying to be able to have more good days than bad days.
Ooh, about to make me
And-
sing a gospel song here.
And accentuate the positive things,
Good day
but learn from the negative things
from a
in order to
bad
turn
day.
them into more positive things.
Yes.
If that's how it works, or if that makes sense to anybody.
Preach on, brother. Preach
You know,
on.
it does.
Preach on.
Well, it's the statement I just remember resonates in my head. You can't be hateful and grateful at the same time.
You
Come
can't.
on, Josh.
And not just the hateful part, but it's the negative thing. So when we put ourselves in a state of gratitude,
Right.
it truly is amazing because
Right.
because we got each and every one of us.
It's like they say you can't serve two different masters.
Mm.
You can't. It's the same thing.
Then it is. It's finding those things that all the hundreds and thousands and an infinite amount of things that we should be grateful for. But there's a time. So getting ourselves out of that mode. Sometimes I know for me, as soon as I start thinking, okay, all right, I'm upset about this, but at least I have this to be upset about.
Right.
It's like
Exactly.
there's many people that don't have these things,
Right.
these balances. So it's like this. It's that it shifts some gears in the mind sometimes.
And I think from a men's perspective, now I'm not going to speak for all men, but I can speak, for myself. I know when I go through those particular situations or whatever, I want to fix it like right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to go through it. I want to deal with it. I want to get it over with, and I want to move on.
Right.
But that's not what you do. You have to deal with whatever comes your way, and there's no quick fix.
Right.
And I think that's what the problem is with most of us men. If you're not in that category, don't come at me with it. I'm just saying. My opinion that most men have a hard time doing that, because like I said, they want to fix everything. And when the problem comes, I don't have time to waste my energy on trying to, figure out what it is. I want to waste my energy on fixing it.
Yeah.
Just get it out the way. So I don't want to have to deal with it anymore.
So it's kind of leads us to the point where men and women working out things together, men handle things differently.
Right.
Yeah.
We handle things differently, but you know what? That's not good. And I think that's the problem that a lot of us men have, that we're not sitting back and taking that deep breath, going, okay, this is the deal.
or
This needs some time.
Or even being able to just listen.
Right. And that's part of this, the breathing part.
It's the L word.
Right. Just
the L
sit
word.
back.
John, we need to
Let's give it a
listen. We need to listen a lot more.
Sit back, listen. Whatever those are situations where you just can't get the issue, and I'm going to the garage, I'm getting the toolbox, and I'm going to fix it right now. That's how we are. But that's not how we're supposed to be.
We've been programmed.
Right. We've been programmed that way. And it's wrong. And that's why, I said in the beginning, a lot of men feel embarrassed or they feel a certain type of way if they want to reach out for help. And if they have these mental issues, because we really don't have anyone to talk about. Talk to about it. And if we do, we feel like some kind of like less of a man or some type of stigma that if I go get help, that I'm not a real man, which is a bunch of BS. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The stigma. That's one area within our society that mental health has a massive stigma.
And that pride that us men have, it's kicking our ass, man. That stuff is putting us in the early grave, and we need to do something about it.
Yep. And we all, as you mentioned, it's not just a man thing. It's
right.
It's a human thing.
Right. It's a
heart
human thing.
attacks and everything.
Yeah.
Else, wow.
Wow.
Well, I do know. If, I'm going to bring this up.
That was deep.
If Kara listens to this conversation, she'll agree. But just with this last week, talking about the idea of listening, I know that my wife had a situation that occurred. I don't need to get in the reason why, but it was outside of me, and she was sharing with me this situation. She was upset, and I instantly went to fix mode.
Right.
Lost track of everything that I've learned, right, with the listening thing. Went into fix mode, had a bunch of other things on my mind, didn't have the patience to navigate through it.
Right.
And I failed miserably as a partner. That what I should have done is gotten to the present moment and said, it's not about me. Give her some time.
Right.
Vent.
Right.
Allow her to share what was on her mind. Not even jumping in. And trying to, because I know for one, I've been married almost 20 years, right? So we do. It's taken me a long time, but I do know I need to stop, and listen,
and I do too. You know how many times I just stepped up to the plate and missed that fastball,
and I still do. I'm talking within the last week. I did it. I failed miserably.
My batting average was like 1 point. I'm batting the Mendoza line. What is that like? If your batting average is like 0.124 or something like that, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know what you're saying.
Yep.
But you know what? On the other side of that, we have to be able to express how we're feeling,
Right.
what's going on, and say, hey, wait a second, wait, just listen. I don't need you to fix it. I don't need for you to
Boom.
respond.
Right.
There
I
you
just
go.
need for you to
Right.
listen.
To kind of help us
Yes.
click in the
Right.
motion.
Help us click in the
I'm not
moment.
attacking you. I'm
Right.
just expressing to you. This
Let
is how I feel.
let me
This is-
share the whole thing. Just
Yes.
listen to me.
Just
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And not take it as being controlling, but just take it as I need you to listen.
Yeah.
Right.
Please.
Please.
And we can say please and thank you, right?
Right.
yeah,
Right.
most
I'm
definitely.
still working on that part. But please
Right.
and thank you.
Right. Yeah, but I failed miserably, and I knew it kind of ventured into a spot to where, we paused for a minute, came back 15 minutes later, and I said, okay, please share with me. I know I was in fixed mode. Just share with me, and I'll
Right.
listen. And it worked out.
Right.
That's years of progress. Please understand that.
Well, we gotta get out of
Josh,
fixed mode.
John, we need to take
Well,
notes.
I gotta get out of fixed mode, man. You got to show me how to do it, man.
Well, I failed miserably, but
And
I corrected
two,
myself this last
I
week.
think a lot of times we carry over relationships that we had prior.
Oh, most
That's
definitely.
true. Yeah, absolutely.
And so with that, unfortunately, we get the lashes. We get the beat up
Mhm.
Yeah.
because the word always come into
Uh-huh.
the conversation. And it's like, hold up, I ain't been with you always. So,
Right.
but at the same time, not only with the listening, being the person that's listening to that person, but being able to express. And that was one of the things that I learned from Patricia. I learned from talking with Jada, and please let me give the disclaimer with Jada. That sister will come at you and it's raw. It's just like, hey, either you're going to do it or you're not. And I'm like, well, I don't want to talk to you no more because
Right.
it's not about me. Why
And
I gotta
that's
come
how-
to the table? And
That's
what
how I
she-
go in my conversation the same way, in which I know I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's like, she'll say, well, what do you want? And I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to say it.
Right.
I know I want something.
Right. I know what I don't want.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I do want is the opposite of what I don't want.
See,
Right.
and that reminds me of I remember this particular thing. Like, okay, if I tell you right now, don't think of a yellow elephant doing hopscotch. Don't think of a yellow elephant doing.
See, I'm
hopscotch.
taking the drink on that one. Josh.
Don't think of a yellow
Elephant.
doing hopscotch.
Mhm.
What are you going to be thinking about?
A yellow
Elephant
doing
doing
hopscotch.
hopscotch. And
See,
we,
my dyslexia just came in. I was like, the pink elephant.
Like the visual is just like
Right.
tripping with me right now. Either that or it's the bullet that I'm drinking.
I still don't know what I want because I'm calling it a pink elephant.
Right.
But
Right.
whatever. Yeah, but the thing about it is that we do say that what we don't want when we say
Exactly.
what we don't want over a course, and our brain automatically
Yes.
fires for it.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
And so we words are powerful,
Yes, it is.
and the things that we tell ourselves are
Ooh.
massively powerful.
Mm.
And then as soon as we become a little bit more aware of how we talk to each other and treat ourselves,
Right.
then we're like, okay, I need to be more careful,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
because that yellow hopscotch and elephant is in my head.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly,
right.
Exactly.
And I need to get him out of there
Yeah,
so
and
I can
Exactly.
pay attention.
And without knowing it, I put him there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've
Exactly.
done that. I don't know if it was the hopscotch and elephant, but it was something that shouldn't have been there, So I definitely understand what you're saying.
Quit wanting what you don't want.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is a real deep conversation. It's
It is
one that's
deep.
really needed,
It is
and
deep.
I hope there's people watching the stream there that might have some questions or that they feel that they need to reach out to someone that they can talk to. I would say if you're working and you have an EAP program, I would say reach
Yes.
out because they can put you in front of individuals that you can talk to, and this should be covered by your insurance. I would say that if there is a pastor or a mentor or someone, or I wouldn't even say really, a close friend, because sometimes your close friend would only give you or let you hear what they think you want to hear. Sometimes you might want to step outside of that and get information or vent to someone that, you know, that does not have any interest in
Well,
it.
let me tell you.
Exactly.
I have been introduced to Patricia Lovett and Jada Graves. And honey, let me tell you, it's been times where I've had conversations with them and I would just start crying because I'm like, why are you trying to hurt my feelings? And you don't understand. And I'm like, and they would sit up and they wouldn't back down and they would, you know, Shayna, you know, you getting on my nerves. And I'm like, well, hold the hell up. What do you mean I'm getting on your nerves? I'm trying to tell you I'm having an issue. And it's like, you know, you getting on my nerves based on the fact that I know you better than that. And I need you to know that you're better than that. And you need to go ahead and speak up to the betterment of you.
Mm-hmm.
As well as Patricia, she's the type that'll sit up and say, no, you said that. And I'll be like, the fuck, I didn't say that.
Did you just say that?
Yes, she's keeping it real.
And I'm like, Patricia,
FCC,
I didn't mean it like that. She said, but that's what you said.
Yep. And you
And
said,
so she's like, did you tell him? And I'm like, I told him. She said, no.
That's not what you said.
That's not what you said. And so you have to be grown enough. You have to step into your big girl panties and say, you know, this is what I want and this is what I need.
Exactly.
And not worry about how he feels about it as to what you need, but to get him to understand what he needs. So I want you to know I hear you.
Right.
I listen.
Right.
But now understand I'm a Virgo. So I'm not going to let you know that you taught me something.
Yeah.
Damn lie.
come on,
That's
man.
not gonna
Come
work.
on, man.
Mm-mm.
Hey, but
No.
here's what's cool though. Like I know, and I wasn't a part of the conversation at all, but I know that you gave her permission to give you some tough love.
Yes.
And that's key, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Like in a conversation, you need to establish, okay, I give you full permission
Mhm.
to
Right.
give it to me straight.
Right.
Mhm.
But that's me anyway. So
Well,
if,
right.
if you're in my circle,
Right.
I'm going to. But
Give
I'm
it
gonna
to you.
listen. But
Right.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yep.
It's like John said, you know, sometimes you have those friends that say, girl, yeah, you should. Yep, that's it. But then those true friends are going to be okay to tell you something that's gonna hurt your feelings.
And those true
Right.
friends already have that established.
Yes.
You have those permissions set up.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. There's a young lady that Yvette Williams. I have to say something. This young lady immediately, I was having one of those days, and then just letting you know, Mr. Tate, you got on my nerves that day.
Yeah.
And I was having one of those days, and I'm sitting at the table with these women, and I'm like, you know, he's like, Shayna, what's wrong with you? And I said, you know, my husband, woo, he got on my nerves. I can't stand him.
Mr. Tate.
And one of the ladies that was sitting at the table was like, you know, girl, honey, I wouldn't let him do that to me. And girl, I wouldn't let that do that to me. And Yvette immediately,
She came out of her drunkenness.
you hear me? And Yvette said, let me tell you something. That bitch single.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
That's your husband.
Yes.
And you need to do everything and anything to make sure that you get it right with your husband. Because you can't go around giving all your information to these single bitches that's sitting up here. That's your husband. You need to make it right.
We didn't just drag someone under the mud, did we?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the you know, Yvette was. That's why I only said her name. I didn't say the
Okay.
single bitch name.
We are keeping it real.
Yes, and
in
so,
the HUMANdor.
And
You hear that, single bitch? Your name is safe.
It could be anybody. It could be anybody, but we didn't name her.
Your name is
Right.
safe.
Right. And Yvette, not only did she make that statement in front of everyone, but she called and checked up on me. And she said, "Hey, I need you to make it right.
Yeah.
And I need you not to be so comfortable to give all of your juice to everybody
Yeah.
against your husband." And I told her, I said, "But Yvette, I'm telling you, he did. And she said, "Again, that's your husband."
Dude, the HUMANdor's
Right,
keeping it
right.
real.
I look at it like
That's
you
powerful.
never want to give someone else the playbook.
Exactly.
You know, and that's how sometimes indiscretions, like in the workplace, how that happens when somebody's upset and then they think they're talking to a friend and they let their friend know all their business, this, that, and the other. And then you get that person say, "Oh, well, I would never do that to you," and blah, 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 blah. You just gave somebody the playbook,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
And that's
And
why
I remember Patricia's face. She was sitting next to me. And she was like, "Shut up." And I'm throwing up. I'm literally
Not
saying
literally.
things.
Not literally thrown up.
No,
she was
Okay.
literally throwing
I
up,
was
but not
literally
literally
throwing
throwing
up.
up.
And she was like, "Okay." And I kept moving my leg because I'm like, I could see her trying to kick me. And I'm like, "Girl, no." He pissed me off. And Yvette, in the position that she carries, she's a very you would think that she's from the South because I always refer to her as the Southern Belle.
Mhm.
But
She sat there.
she's not.
No, she's not. And she just sat there all proper. And she said, "Shayna, you need not to tell your business. Fix it." And
I haven't met her.
No, not
I want to
not
meet.
yet.
I want to meet.
I think she was supposed to be here today, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
calling her out now.
Yep.
Yvette.
Exactly.
But you know, I definitely would agree. You know, I don't think someone's personal relationship need to be spread, you know, around a lot of individuals that really don't have your best interests at heart.
Yeah.
They just want to hear gossip and they just want to say and this, that, and the other, which is very counterproductive on what you're trying to do as far as trying to strengthen your marriage. Which is why I don't get on like social media. And I don't put things on there, in the windows about how I'm feeling about this, that, because there's nobody's business. You know, when I'm on Facebook, I'm talking about either Yasagar or I'm talking about something I saw on TV or something dealing with sports or whatever the case may be. But what's between me and my wife, it'll never be on social media ever. And I would never put anything on social media that would make somebody think that there's something going on. You know, I don't do that as well.
Yeah. Well,
But-
that's. I mean, that's a smart move.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's definitely a smart move because it's our relationship and it's our responsibility to fix it.
Right.
Not fix it right away.
We're going backwards, Sean. We're going backwards.
not with the toolbox.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, if we just give him the opportunity to, I think John needs one of those signs that just pop up automatically. You have said enough.
I said enough. Like a little like a whack-a-mole when they come up and hit you in the head with the
It
like.
just keeps popping up.
Yeah. What was that show a long time ago? Whammy.
Oh,
Yes.
Whammy.
Yes, the
Yeah.
whammy.
No whammies or
No
something. like-
whammies.
Yeah.
And so
Right,
that's
right,
where John
right.
needs to be.
That's
right
where
now.
I need to be right.
But you know, piggybacking off of what he said of putting your information out there, that goes back to your own stuff.
Mhm.
Quit putting all your stuff out there and so everybody can read it.
Mhm.
And they be wondering, they don't even know the full details.
Right.
Or they don't reach out and say, "Are you good?" Because that sometimes that is someone's
Mhm.
avenue
Right.
to get out what's on their chest. But you don't get that. They back there talking about, "Girl, she going through," or "They this and this." Quit putting all your
Right,
stuff out
right.
there.
Well, now I'm going to be the devil's advocate.
Go for it.
Because I think that as well, we have a lot of lonely people. We have a lot of people that are not only lonely, but we have a lot of people that are alone.
Right.
And they use social media to reach out. If we can go back, there has been a lot of people who committed suicide,
Right.
but they reached out
Mhm.
on social media and we didn't recognize.
You didn't recognize
We
it.
didn't recognize.
And I think what the reason why that is because you see so much of it you can't even really, figure out like who's telling the truth and who's not.
Well, but I think that also we need to check up on each other.
Right.
Because you may have 10 friends on Facebook, but out of that 10, you may have 2 that really is concerned about you.
Right.
And, take that responsibility. Check up on me.
And I've got to say too, I mean, of course, obviously with circumstances, sometimes the only thing we have
is the social
is social media right now more than ever, right?
Right.
But it has never been designed to replace eyeball to eyeball, human contact to human contact, of sitting down and sharing space with each other, sharing time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another privilege that we have because we have friends that we can do that with. There's a lot of people that don't, though, too.
Exactly. And I think that that's part of this corona. We literally have been made to sit down.
We have.
Not only have we been made to sit down, but now we have to understand how to deal with people outside of the eye contact because we're dealing with them through social media. I mean, 2020 has the vision has opened our eyes to quite a bit.
Yes.
We have literally have connected through social media by the masses because we can't reach out and touch no more. Corona has made us where we don't even want to hug each other anymore.
Right. We're afraid.
Want to shake hands. We don't want to,
and justifiable reasons for
exactly.
it. Right?
It's most definitely. But it's just it in a nutshell. It has made us sit down and rethink. I mean, I'm almost positive that everyone has a story now. Everyone has a story as to one, how did you make it through? Oh, you still in it. That's it. You still in it. And I miss people. I miss people.
Right.
And I know people miss people. I miss people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Which is why Florida's numbers is jumping up off the charts.
See,
they miss people too.
No, this is real though. These types of conversations is it's what it's all about.
It's therapeutic. It's
it
needed.
Yeah, it is. And being able to talk about the differences too between men and women,
right?
Because they're there, right?
Yeah.
But the human factor that we're all beings that have things that we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to be able to just share those things and find our tribe, find our folks that will sit down with us and allow us to vent.
Yes.
And allow us to
support.
To follow that path and do what it is that's necessary to right the ship,
I got to quickly go back into the cigar because I will say this is my second ALR and I'm in love.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
And that goes back to John saying that everyone's palate is different
it's
because
different.
I am not a fan.
Yeah, Shayna, she was like, I will not smoke this cigar again.
I don't like it.
And there are some Rocky Patel cigars that she does like, but for some reason she's not a fan of the ALR, and that's fine.
So please, again, and I want to share with our listeners here that I am a very brand new cigar smoker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so this particular taste, is this like, would you say a mild medium?
No, that's more of a full body cigar.
Okay.
It's full body.
Okay, so
now
at the stronger spectrum.
That's on the stronger spectrum.
I love
now some cigars that are rolled like full body might not give you that full body buzz to it. So not all of them are as strong as the other. Because I'm smoking a full body cigar too. This CAO Flathead 660. This is a full body cigar as well, but it's not really that strong. It's very, I would say, it's an enjoyable smoke. Nice on the pepper, little hint of cocoa to it. Nice draw on it, so I can get a nice burn. and the airflow on it is fantastic. So it's not one of those smokes where I got to suck my brain in try to get something out
So
of it.
It's not super tight.
Right, it's not super tight like some of them can be.
Now that ALR has the pepper, and the pepper is
it's probably
spicy.
too much for her
Spicy.
palate.
Mhm.
And as Shayna mentioned, everyone's palate is different. So what might be spicy for me might not be spicy for you.
Right.
And my thing is, it doesn't matter. You don't have to like every cigar.
Right.
Just try as many as you can, and then you can develop your palate. Then you know what you like, and then I would just stay in that range until you're ready to go. The next step up.
The Cohiba Blue that I tried last week,
Uh-huh.
for one, I smoked it and it was gone, and before I
Right.
knew it. Right.
Very mild
It
smoke.
was very mild.
Right.
And I went.
So it
through-
didn't give you something to think about.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
Yeah.
it didn't. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Some of it will do that for you,
Yeah.
especially the more milder cigars. That would probably be the majority of the Connecticut wrap cigars are going to be very mild.
So Shane, I'm looking over that. That is a very blonde, like I said, a very light colored wrapper. Is that a Connecticut wrap?
It is a Connecticut wrap, and it's the Java, so it has a hint of the coffee,
So
which I
infused?
cannot wait.
Speaking of coffee, right?
Yeah.
It's
Speaking
infused.
of coffee,
It's infused
Ya
together.
Cigar coffee
It's entangled.
coming soon.
You know that's the new word. It's
Entanglement.
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 Yes, so
It
our
has an
coffee
entanglement
will
of
have an
flavor.
entanglement with the cigar,
Yeah.
and can't wait to do a coffee press with a Java by Drew Estates.
Yeah, we're not going to give details, but we have a meeting coming up here in the next few days about some coffee.
Yeah.
Well, you see how the producer be looking out. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Man, I am so pumped up about this meeting. It's going to be
Oh,
good.
Yeah. So just in case everybody out there does not know, Yasigar, our swag meter is getting ready to go off the chart.
It's already
It's
happened.
getting ready to go off the chart. And I just want everybody just to sit back and then and take a look and go on that ride with us, because everyone out there that's listening or watching, you guys support us, and we love you all. Our customers, want-to-be customers, we love all you guys. And anyone that's clicked on the club and put pictures on the site showing everyone the good time that you have with cigars, we love you too. Because that's what it's all about. We wouldn't be here without you guys, and
Man,
we definitely appreciate it.
It's become one of my favorite pastimes, is finding out all the folks within the Yasagara group that is posting all these cool pictures.
All these cool pictures, and these people are from all over the country. We have members that live in Texas. We have some that live in California. Some back in Pennsylvania, Indiana, of course, Illinois, like
Hundreds.
Kentucky, Ohio.
It's growing.
It's growing. And once again, keep all the pictures coming. We love every last one of them. Every one of them.
Hey, and my thing, if we can get more people that share a little bit more about the cigar they're smoking, and maybe give some
Yes.
tidbits
Yes.
of like before or after, because those are some neat bits of information.
It is.
Yeah, and one of the things that John will be doing is smoking sessions.
Yes.
And so when he do the reviews, it will be a cigar given out to at least 5 people of the club, and they get to review the cigar with him.
Yep.
I love it.
And
That's going to be fun.
that way we can get an understanding of, how you feel with that cigar. I mean, that ALR,
I love it. I love it.
you love it.
Well,
I ain't a fan.
we would have but see, that's the good thing about it, because everybody's not going to like that same cigar while we do it together. So having someone
To say,
hey,
I don't
this
like
ain't working for me,
Mhm.
that brings some reality, to that review. And it really does. Because I smoked some cigars that were reviewed for like 4 or 5 stars. It was straight crap.
Yeah. It's not
To
good
me,
for you.
Right.
Yeah.
To me. So we would definitely like to have everybody to bring their opinion and just be honest and truthful about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's also too the quality of what you're actually smoking, because just making certain like like again, everyone's palate's different, but it's all about the construction,
Right.
and the quality of the cigar too.
Yep. It's the construction. It's the quality. The aesthetic appeal from the oiliness of the wrapper to what the band looks like. Not too much of the price point. I don't get hung up on the price of a cigar because I've smoked some $3 cigars that were better than a $15 cigar that I smoked.
Certainly,
right.
yeah.
So it basically depends on the tobacco itself, the particular blend, and how it works together, and how you paired it with whatever alcohol. And then that can also be added to the conversation that I'm having when I'm smoking, or where I'm at when I'm smoking. All of these things are part of that whole cigar experience. And it's mind-blowing.
It is. I'm looking around right now. Of course, obviously, people are listening to this are not watching what is going around here. There's several people that are in conversation that are smoking cigars and pairing it with whatever drink of preference they have.
Right.
But the conversations, they're engaged in
They're
conversation.
engaged in conversation, which is a lost art right now due to the technology and the social media, and also the pandemic is not helping out it either. So
I'm going to throw a question out there as a cigar virgin. So cigars almost sound like a drink.
It is.
The way that it hits your palate,
Right.
and it pairs with certain foods.
Right. Like a wine.
Like a wine.
Yeah.
So like you said, that has a pepper taste to it,
Right.
I believe. And the way that it hits your palate. And obviously, Shayna said hers has that coffee taste. So I never ever thought of that comparison of it with a drink. Because if you really deal with the mixologist, they'll tell you how that drink should hit your palate.
Right. Exactly.
So that's amazing.
It really is.
It allows it to be more complex because you're mixing in the cigar with
Right.
the drink.
Right.
And then you have a lot more diversity. To
Right.
it.
And not only is it showing the diversity and being complex, it's also shows a little bit of your personal style, because you're picking a cigar that you enjoy with something that you enjoy to drink. And that's your own personal bond. That's yours.
Right.
No one else's.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. This is something that you created together. I may not have created the bullet bourbon.
Yeah.
But when I took it with this 660,
Yeah.
it was a match made in heaven to my palate.
Yep.
Which makes it personal for me.
That you helped create.
Right. I helped create that.
Oh.
Now, you could smoke this 660 and drink this bullet, and you might get a different feel than what I got.
Right.
Which is fine, because it's your own personal journey.
Yeah.
And that's what doing both of these together is. It's like a journey between a good spirit and also a good cigar.
And just in my short-lived, again, you use the word cigar virgin. I'm barely across that level as well. But what I will say is that when you start seeing or feeling a good cigar with a bourbon or whatever you're drinking, I can see how you want to try to duplicate certain things that you like, but yet explore out to others as well.
Right. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
You know, being able to explore. Like you said earlier, I went down the rabbit hole. That is the most exciting thing to do, is go down a rabbit hole, because you don't know where it goes.
It's a fun culture, man.
Exactly. It really is.
Starting to see why you all are geeking out on cigars.
Let me light your cigar.
See, there she go. There she go. The erotic.
Yeah.
All right.
Smoke. Just put a little smoke in the air.
Just a little bit. All right. Well, we're getting ready to wrap up this rendition of the HUMANdor, once again powered by Yasagara. And I want to thank our lovely guest, Miss Patricia Lovett.
Thank you for sitting in, my sister.
And the next time she comes on, she's going to have a lot more to say, because I'm kind of like, because this woman, she has the answers to just about everything. And I was just waiting for all the nuggets. She dropped some nuggets. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they were
but
there.
there's a whole bunch of nuggets that she's still sitting on that she ain't shared with us. And I feel slighted.
I think she's nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I speak. This is what I do.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
She's just
You
getting
just have
started.
to wait
She getting started
to the
now.
next, so you can see what's coming out.
Okay,
what's coming next.
because right now time's running out.
Many more opportunities coming our way.
Yes, it is. So once again, thanks. If you guys aren't doing anything at this very moment, come on down to Cosmo Nights, 3338 North Illinois, and come get your favorite drink down here, and get your favorite cigar down here, and come and mingle with the Yasagara team, myself, JT, my beautiful wife Shayna, and our producer, Mr. JB,
Yes.
Josh Bach. And
Also,
come on
wait,
down.
let me give this little
Oh,
tidbit.
go ahead. Do your
Next
thing.
Wednesday is ladies' night.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, it's ladies' night.
And the feelings right.
You know what?
Oh,
That's
Yes, it's ladies' night.
Oh, what a
night.
what a night.
Okay, I'm telling my mama because I'm scared.
Yeah, don't forget, ladies' night is going to be next Wednesday. So come on down, ladies. We're going to have some special cigars for you,
Yes.
and also a special drink made by a very
special
bartender,
Yeah.
Sterling.
With the dread.
Sterling with the dreads.
Sterling. Ladies, we have the eye candy for you. You won't
That
drink.
dread. Come on, single lady.
All right. I need a towel.
Change your locks.
Change the lock. Change the lock.
Uh,
All right, everybody. Thanks again for listening to the HUMANdor. And you know how we end it. We got to put some smoke in the air, y'all.
She snuckered.
Did you just?
She snorted. She's like, please. I can edit that, but I won't. Lord have mercy, Harrison.
That was
and you wasn't even smoking.
Of course not. Yeah, I don't like the way that my mouth tastes after smoking. I'll be like, I gotta brush my teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth and use
that's
peroxide.
Okay, because I still just, even the
Yeah,
next morning, I'm
gargle
like,
with
my
peroxide.
mouth.
With peroxide.
Okay, I want y'all labels because my daughter gonna make a tray. So y'all
Cigar
labels,
That was
labels off y'all cigars. I want them.
Thank you for sitting in.
Whatever, thank you.
That
Put me on
was
the spot,
awesome.
talking about some damn mental health.
Well,
Thank you.
that's
that
what
was
we're going
really,
through.
That was
Yeah, you
really
are. I mean,
a good
we are.
informational podcast.
It was.
Just, I
That
think the
one's
main thing
definitely-
is just knowing to be transparent.
Right. That's definitely one that we really have to pub. We gotta pub
Too bad
that.
you didn't have no mental health
Right.
people here.
Yeah.
But you know what? What I found that a lot of times we're so focused on making sure that we have a expert, and we're actually the experts
Sometimes.
because
Right.
we're living day by day.
We're living through it.
We
I
live
agree.
it.
Because I get that even with my situation, and I know when JD went home to talk to her dad because she was so upset that I went to Tennessee, and he was like, "But that's part of her ministry. She understands, you know."
Yeah, you had to hold your friend.
Yeah, and I was like, that was what. And like I told Martha, my friend, I said, just like when I got back in town, you know, I was gone. She was like, "You home?" And I was like, "Yes." She was at my door. Like she's like, "I just needed to hold you." And that was how I felt.
Yeah.
With her.
Huh? You want to come over here? Okay, all right. Good deal.
I ain't hear a word you just said.
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
So I'm going to have you sit here, Patricia, because he's going to sit here.
Who's gonna sit there?
He is. Jeffrey's going to sit there.
Does Jeff
But
go 'cause I don't do
I'm glad
married?
you're here.
Oh, he's married. I don't do married.
I'm glad, Kaya. Huh? She makes good camera.
Let her know.
Oh, she don't do
Wait.
marriage.
My baby over there is my baby over there chit chatting.
Yeah.
She just sold us some coast. Sold us did she show you the individual cigar holder that she molded?
No.
Yeah, bring your individual cigar. Okay, but John wants to see it. This is an individual cigar holder.
They look real cute with my cigars.
Why you need to take some pictures and some videos. She made that.
What?
Yes, John.
That's why I said this
And
is
she's
she
gonna
needs to make sure
do
that
something for some y'all cigar. I would love for y'all.
Oh my-
I would love for y'all to go here and cigar to go here.
Oh my goodness.
mental
Across
health.
there.
That is
Period.
dope.
And she just made another
I
one
didn't
today. The
want
bottom
to
is
Now, how did you
have
do
it
that?
scripted.
That's her
I
business.
just wanted to
She
just talk
resin.
about
That's
how
what I
you
do.
doing.
I
That's
make
her business.
rolling trays,
You know,
ashtrays, coasters. I do
2020 has
garage
been a
floors,
lot.
countertops.
She moving into
It
the
has
garage
been a
floors.
lot.
But
Not
she does
only has it been a
paintings.
lot,
She gonna do countertops. She gonna do my countertops.
Because we need some ashtrays.
We have
She's
had
gotta get the
so
mold.
many
The bigger
But
ones,
this one,
and he was telling me to get the two
people
size
to
ones. So I'm
pass
look into
away.
that because
We
he
need
wants-
we need some ashtrays because there's
I
been
mean,
people
I
that's been on our
literally
site want some y'all cigar
had
ashtrays.
that's why I
and
told Shane. I said,
we
Shane,
have lost
I need
11
y'all.
people
And I don't know why I wanted that way.
that
But
went
y'all
to school
and
with
cigar
us.
here.
What does that
That
look
is
like?
cool.
But I guess most people
You
may
know,
hold it this way.
and
So
it's
it may
not
have to be
only
y'all and cigar here, but I
COVID.
think Shane is gonna do a circle.
It was just
that says
general
y'all cigar
health.
in there. But I
You
want
know,
the cigar.
And then when you get
and
something
then not
made,
only
then you gonna sit at the table
what
so
we
we can tell
dealing with-
everybody.
Oh, yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
I've already
identify
said it. These
the
are some of
missing
my
justice
Who
that's
related?
going on with us as people.
What is this?
And then at the same time,
baby girl.
I can make y'all cigars.
we as
my
people
My
gotta
sister,
love on
we
each
ash
other
tray.
more.
That's my sister.
That's the only way that we're gonna make
This
it
is
through
one of
this
my
mess,
canvas. I'm gonna be
as
able to do
well
this on
as
countertops,
what we've been dealing with
floors,
before.
in garages. I always tell people, imagine walking on this in your bathroom.
Oh.
Definitely. And
Yes,
you
and then I
know,
make
what
art
are
decor.
Oh
the
yeah.
people that we have in prison,
And
all
I
the
can do
way to people
anything.
that have passed.
I just been doing my own
We gotta
thing.
love on each other.
Well,
more.
we need some ashtrays.
That's the only way we're gonna get through
I'm
this.
working
We
on
need
it.
some
This is my-
ashtrays. How long does it take you to make them?
So it takes me. I usually say give me 7 to 10
What? You
business
said
days
that's
on this because
7?
So I tell people to give me 7 to 10 business days on
Okay.
this order. Only because it takes 3 days for it to fully 100% cure.
Okay.
So and if I
Oh
mess
my
up, then I have
God,
another
so
3 days to make another one. But
Now, how
it's
many
so
ashtrays
ugly,
can you make at a
so
time?
ugly.
It depends on the mold. So it depends on what.
Harrison!
It just depends.
How are you?
Because I'm willing to work. I can order whatever it is. I do custom orders. And I do them in bulk. You can do
Man.
single ones. I can put a little group, a wholesale price together if you want to. That's what I was telling China. These ones, you know. But we will talk.
Did you see these? You saw these already, right? Man.
No, I just demoted that today.
Oh, we could.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we because we need some holders or some ashtrays.
Yes, most definitely. And like all these wood, this is what I'm saying. I need these so
I'm
I
going
can
to
put
the
them in my.
restroom.
I can make some cigar ashtrays. I got different clientele. I'm trying to reach everywhere and do different things.
I got a whole bunch of bands. I got plastic Ziploc bags of bands. Matter of fact, I'll get them to your mom. Because what I wanted to do with them, I wanted to get an old table and put them down on, and then like do the rosin thing on top of it, and have my own cigar table with all that. But if you need them to do whatever you need to do,
So
you
this is
got
what
it.
I'm working on right now. This is a spool, and it's what the cable wire
Yeah.
is on. And I'm getting ready to make this into a coffee table, but I have one that will be a dining room table because it's huge. Let me see if I can go back to. I keep going. I just took pictures of it. It's huge. Oh, here we go. And this is gonna be a dining room table.
Uh-huh.
So these could be, and I'm gonna do my epoxy right over it, and it's nice. It's gonna be different.
I know. It looks
So
dope.
that's why you gotta like me on Facebook so you can see the outcome of this. Did you?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I did. I think I did.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing. I'm ready to post it already, and I haven't even started it.
Hey, get it. I would post it so people can see the start and then the finish.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, I have posted the school.
Okay.
I've been so excited. I have been so excited about the school, and I'm so ready to get working. I'm ready. I'm like, it's my first big piece, my big piece, and I can work on my marbling effect and everything else. So,
Oh yeah,
I'm
we definitely need
excited.
we need some of these.
See, then we can put some epoxy out here and have this looking real nice while we're sitting out here smoking our cigars.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is one of the first places I came to when I first came here. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, well, it turned out to be a great night.
Oh yeah, beautiful night.
Beautiful. With the clouds blocked the sun a little bit, blocked some of that heat. Still warm, nice little comfortable breeze.
The podcast over?
I don't know. We got Josh. We gonna go again? Are we gonna go again with Jeffrey?
Yeah, whenever.
Okay. Give a few minutes.
So man, I did Reverend Warrior.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to tell all of that. You're gonna have to tell about the hike. You're gonna have to tell about what's going on August 1st.
It was quite an experience, man.
And I just don't know the legality.
I believe it. I definitely believe it.
It just solidified that we can be coexist.
Mm-hmm. Of course we can. And we really don't have no choice. Nobody's going anywhere. We don't have a choice.
And the thing about it is, man, it's like you have to really look at it like this. Our culture is hey, if there's not one country in this world that says,
But I think if there was something really incriminating there,
I'm not trying to be facetious, but it's just that it is what it is. So why feel like under-empowered?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, my answer to that is it's not necessarily the culture, because like you said, that culture has been celebrated, manipulated, whatever you want to call it. But it's not necessarily the culture that bothers me. It's not being able to understand the struggle. So you understand the culture, but you don't understand the struggle.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I want. I want people to say, "Hey,
I understand.
I want to deal with the struggle. The hell with the culture. The culture is what it is."
And that's one of the biggest things. Is it's both sides. Understanding what we're going through, and then also the aspect of moving forward.
Right.
But not being stuck in like running, being in the mud or being in the snow.
Right.
Trying to figure out what we want.
Real estate?
The wheel is turning, but at the same time, it's more now.
Right.
And the thing is, live. I mean, man, we're right now having a good time. Live. And that's one thing I have to say about even last week. Yeah, there's like maybe 3 of us. But the thing was that we all got to understand. So I had there were 2 IMPD officers.
It was formal last
and we understand both sides of it.
Right.
And I had to explain to them. I said, man,
Yeah, we need to get all of that on the show.
we would go through Macy's, get all your ass. So we're friends with Nathan, who runs the Indiana Public Network. Your daughter is so he knows all. Well, you probably, I'm sure you've met him. Or he's been around.
You all right?
Alright, you alright? That's what's up. That's what's up. I brought you a cigar for my daughter.
Again?
I said I want the wrapper off your cigar.
No, it's not that.
Patricia, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of Ziploc bags I got filled with wrappers.
Okay.
He works with
It's hello.
the big studio.
LaGuardia. From Dion.
So he knows everybody from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the barrel.
Oh,
See,
okay.
the fact that I Laid this dormant for 10 minutes and still.
And you can still, yeah.
Right.
It's a great cigar.
Yeah.
It really is.
You about to come on now.
So I think I don't know if she still got us recording or not. She probably does.
She probably does.
Podcast.
So, I mean, when I'm going here, guys.
You can change your life. Make a cigar. Change your life. Right.
We had a
Ashtray. I got one. Yes.
You had some Padrones?
How long you been with
Yeah.
I told you was gonna like that Mark Twain.
I said you wasn't there when I was working.
Ooh. No, I wanted to get another box of those. They have like a 30-day wait on them, but I ordered them anyway, so I gotta wait. Man, those Mark Twains are the quietly. That's a good cigar.
Hard times last year. Last time last year
The Camacho, they got some in there. Yeah, they got some in there. They got I think the Corona size. They don't. I usually smoke like the 660 and Oh, okay. Oh, Leo's paying his bill. Ma'am, this is Leo's bill.
Screen to me.
The triple Enduros? Yeah, I get them.
And he's like, man, you were pretty fast. He's like, man, you're
Right.
And so we have Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wrote and that's one of the things I had to do like a train was like, or one of my things that I do is
I'll put the order in, and then I'll have it for you next week.
That's something that I want to do. If I lived in Michigan, I would have already started.
Huh? Well, I'm from Whitehall.
What time did they
open?
open? He was hoping you found, but
Okay.
Next to Fremont.
I used to work for Medicaid. I used to work for Medicaid when they went into plans, and so yeah. Oh my God, a little bit. But like I said, if I was in Michigan, I would have already started.
Michigan started line.
like wow.
Rough. What's going on?
Oh yeah. What's going on is rough, yeah. But just the connection I had, like I was CJ. That's what I started off. Started off with CJ, and I always wanted to work with teaching them grade level. So obviously, they can already start applying before they get out of Michigan. 6 months before they get out and put the resume out there.
You already took off.
But to actually go in there and talk with them and do job readiness and then connect them with men or women. The biggest thing no. They gotta be prepared for that rejection. They're going to no. But not to turn back to what you used to. Because yeah, that is easy money, or that is whatever it is that you would do. But having someone that mentor there to work with them. So I was connecting them before they got out of prison and then working with them along the way and so that they can be successful. So that they don't go back. I always had a heart for that.
You have done that workshop. Re-entry workshop. It's like I did it.
I shoot 5 or 6 short.
Yeah. And workshop where they had like 6 tables and they had chairs. Sit down in the chair and pull quite interesting. Majority of us ended up back in jail.
That's quite good because murder. When I worked with the But I was with him. I had one little boy I was talking to him. He was like, listen, listen. So I'm going through a thing. I said, so. What is it? And when I tell you his whole demeanor,
The only thing I can say, I can put the 1,400 in.
something that we wouldn't have been able to fight for right now. You have to wait 7 years after that. But let me tell you this. Can't go back and change it. You can be ashamed of it, but don't let that shame knock you down.
Exactly.
Keep your head. So they can get to get it. I think it's so much, man. Because I just, when I got to that question, that's a little girl right there, my daughter. And I remember the first time she was rejected from a job. She didn't have any job. She talked about
I never do it again. Ain't about it.
and I cried when she was out. So I was like, oh my God, you just took that. Her choice. She did what she did. But I understand what that's like. I'm dealing with her, you know, because you just, you know, and she was like, shoot, I could just go and do XYZ, blah, 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 blah.
You're gonna shout.
I did.
Chicken and fries. Okay. I totally forgot they have food.
Oh my goodness.
I was trying to do it. Yeah. There we go. All right, everybody.
I mean, that's just the hardest part. I'm not understanding.
Be careful with this chair here. It's like off the edge of the
I
patio.
told him when he first got out. These was amazing. Richard Samuels. He's done amazing stuff in the area.
So we gaming. We're gonna do like what is called a rock and rock. And we go to different cigar bars, group wise. No, but I'll take it.
He went.
Thank you.
All right.
So in
Can I have
doing the
one of
rock
those?
and robin,
Thank you.
we will encourage everybody to, you know, hey, come on in. Let's meet up at the Cigar Box on Tuesday. We go to Cosmo on Wednesday. We go to Smoker's
Smoker's Choice.
on
Got to go to
Thursday.
Smoker's Choice.
Yeah.
So whatever you've got going through there, when you get an email, it blings, and I think it's going through our podcast.
Oh my God.
Like, have you heard? And I think we all hear when it goes bling.
Bing, yes.
And I'm pretty certain if I'm hearing it, it's being recorded. And I don't know if there's a way that you
Are we
can
still
shut.
recording?
We're not now.
Oh, okay.
I think we only just the video part.
Well,
That's what it is. It's the Norton virus. It keeps popping up,
gotcha.
and yeah.
I
So
wonder if there's a way that you can shut off the notifications.
what I'm gonna do is shut off the notifications. I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah. So if we can and it's something, but the problem is if it goes if I can edit all that out, but if it's happening while we're in the middle of a conversation,
Right.
I would edit out the words that are in there.
So it's going to be
Yeah.
sound a little choppy.
Yeah. So sometimes it's fine because it's in between words, but I know there's a percentage that
Thank you so much.
Well, the reason why I was asking
Did it,
is
girl?
Did you know that there's American Legion?
Straight be taking care of us.
American Legion.
I have no clue. Like I have not. I can probably tell you I have not done that much research.
Oh, so you ain't been in here?
I'm not from. I mean, I've been here. I've been here since. But the business is.
it's a pretty expensive stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here. We need
I like the expensive ones, I guess. Like a 15 or 20 or
It's a $20.
Wow.
it's a $20 cigar.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to like the expensive ones.
Yeah. Actually, it's more like a $13, $14 cigar.
And
Close enough, though.
they actually conduct themselves better with the American Legion.
So we need some mic checks.
Yep.
All
right. Who's going to take?
For,
Who's going to take
for Jeff.
number 2 right here?
Okay.
Being American.
I'm going to.
I'm putting them on the spot here.
Do.
Being Americans and being better for life, and gives them some sense of purpose. Being free. I mean,
All right, Mike.
Oh,
check.
Freddie Hubbard, Indianapolis' own Freddie Hubbard.
Freddie Hubbard. He sounds good. So you was digging on that Michael Franks, huh?
and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like
That's good. That's good. End of the day wrap up music.
Oh my goodness. Look, I'm sitting on the porch listening to Michael Franks smoking a cigar, and the creative juices just start going.
I could tell that you loved it.
Yes.
You have a history with it.
A great history.
Yeah, and I've never heard of it, so
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got it logged in, so I'll be able to plug into it.
Oh yeah. On the YouTube, they have one where it's an entire album of his, and you can just click on it and it'll play every song from that particular album. I think it's called Blue Hawaiian or Blue Hawaii or something like that. The name of the album. I'm not 100% sure.
Michael Franks.
Michael Franks.
I'll look under Deep in Blues.
And one thing we have to deal with is that.
The Music in My Head. Time Together.
All of his albums are fantastic.
So all these are it.
All of them are good.
So
But
Rendezvous in Rio, Watching the Snow, Barefoot on the Beach.
Yeah.
Does this all sound familiar?
That's all familiar. That's all good songs. All good songs.
Abandoned Garden, and and it's Dragonfly Summer, Blue Pacific.
Blue Pacific. That's the album.
Okay.
That is one of my favorite albums by Michael Franks. All the other ones are fantastic, but that one is my favorite. So if you want to listen, right, that's it. If you want to listen to that particular album, it is fantastic.
We're going to listen to it right now.
There's a song on there that's called Speak to Me. You need to play that one right now and tell me what you think.
National thing where you convert your job in the military and
then be able to speak to it. I had to work with that person on the flip side of that earlier. I need you to speak to this. And you ain't in the field, so quit cussing.
Yeah, that's it.
I was like, oh my God. Did you really
and that's one thing about InVets. Yeah, have you ever they have a program called InVets. It's a whole program.
See, that needs to come through the earphones a little louder.
I know it. We got it running through there. Yeah. So we're working on a documentary, and we're going to start filming next Wednesday here. If Shannon can help us get a hookup a couple hours early before they open.
Okay.
We want to set up some lighting and have Charles Gwynn come in, but the whole documentary is going to be tied in with what's going on right now. And
that's fantastic.
And be able to share some history on in an Indianapolis base of what's going on here, and then tie it in with some national. We'll bring it back to right here in our neighborhood, and share some good history. And so we want to start finding individuals that can share some stories. Charles Gwynn being one that's got a lot.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Trained to be home. And I thought about that. I said,
Don't you speak to me.
So, and like I said, and for a little bit, but I decided my life was like, no.
See, it's that notification right there. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty certain that it's coming through, because there's some things that just appear here but don't appear here.
Right.
And because this is plugged in there, I'm guessing it's picking up on it.